favorite singer. And she has this whole CD I was talking about of nothing but mantras. And actually, I lied, this isn't the one of just mantras, but this has one of the mantras on it. It's called In Sunlight, and the words are Oma Satoma Sat Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya. I'm going to see if I can do this one justice. Ritiorma Amritam Gamaya. I'm sure she says it better, but she would say she doesn't. And the translation from Sanskrit is lead us from illusion to truth, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And let's get started. I have lots to talk about. So I wanted to kind of continue from last night. There were things that I did not get to finish saying. One of which was, if you haven't heard interviews from AM Coast to Coast, they do some amazing interviews, and really all along the lines of what we in the group are into, and I'm sure anyone just joining me and you would enjoy as well. There was one of the interviews that was just sent to me. I've subscribed to, I'll have to get the name, I think it's, and I can't pronounce it, Deuteronoc, and a lot of us have subscribed because we get the, I think he's the one that does the AM Coast to Coast interview. He sends those out, but Babylon's Banksters, and I'll put this info in my comment, or not comments, I'll put it linked to my whatever, my video, by Joseph Farrell, PhD. He's got several books out, and I've heard interviews on a couple of them. He's amazing. This one ties the banksters, as he calls them, the elite who own the Federal Reserve, which, by the way, the Federal Reserve, if you don't know, is not a government institution. They make it sound like a government institution so that they can use just another form of control on the people of the United States, and, you know, really it affects the whole world, but yeah, so it's not a government institution, and I really encourage you to listen to this interview, and he's got a couple others. There's so many more interviews out there, AM Coast to Coast, and then, or Coast to Coast AM, whichever way they say it. I'll try and get some more of these interviews that I've heard linked up, but really do your research. As I mentioned before, the elite that run this country do not have our best interests at heart, and the world, as you see, is the Matrix, and we are so much more than our 3D bodies. So do your research if you haven't done that yet on the web, and look through some of my favorites, and then go to the people I've subscribed to, go to my friends and subscribers, check out everyone else's videos. That'll get you started, and then when you're ready, watch Dero7's first 4 videos if you haven't, and get started with finding your higher self, and that's really what all of this is about. Okay, so much more to cover in so little time. Boy Wonder, you mentioned David Icke, and the movie They Live by John Carpenter. Just wanted you to know that I heard a David Icke interview. He's been promoting his new book, The Moon Matrix, which I will post also the information to this video on that one. David says that you can find this video on YouTube. Just pull up They Live by John Carpenter, and you can watch the movie on YouTube in pieces. But I've seen clips of this video, or this movie, if it's what I'm thinking of, all over YouTube, and it's about the real images you are being fed from TV and mainstream media, including newspapers and magazines. So check it out. Be very careful what you read. Turn off your TVs. If you don't know already, a lot of what's being fed through mainstream media is encoded, and there's a lot of things coming through the TV that are trying to keep people asleep and away from the truth. So stay away from the mainstream stuff. Start doing your research on YouTube and on the internet, and get your news if you need it from the internet. A lot of what's out there is being controlled by the elite in this country. They own the TV stations, they own everything out there, so watch out for what you're putting in your body, along with all the fluoride and aluminum and all of that. By the way, the other benefits of not having fluoride and aluminum in my body have been so amazing. It's just I don't feel so overwhelmingly fatigued at work when I'm drinking non-fluoridated water. I can tell right away when I am drinking the water that they have at work versus when I just keep the bottled water with me. Of course, at home I'm only drinking the non-fluoridated water. And just to let you know, the research I've done on fluoride has been pretty extensive. To let you know and to put the urgency in you to get rid of this stuff. Fluoride is the main ingredient in rat poison. I was just reminded of that today. And as I've said, it was first used in the water in Nazi concentration camps to keep the subjects sedated and under control. You do the math. So be very careful what you're putting in your body these days. Those of us that have already begun the detox, just be really careful what you're eating. Non-GMO foods. Please look it up. Please do the research. I heard an interview on that recently. The corn, for instance, that they're making that is genetically modified is designed to, one, either make the stomach and the insides of insects explode, basically, burst. And the other one, I think, is to, I can't remember, repel them. I can't remember what the second thing was, but basically a lot of the digestive issues, I can't finish this, I'll have to continue in my next video, sorry.